So in my opinion, yesterday's performance by Jordan Love was his most promising performance of the entire season. And you may look at his stat line and really question, how could that be? 21 of 40, 289 yards, 2 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. But the one area where I think the entire season, Jordan Love has really struggled. Many people have questioned, if he would be able to improve in that area. And it was his deep ball accuracy. And I think in this game, we saw him multiple times connect on deep balls, which is something he honestly hasn't done consistently a majority of the season. It has been one area of his game that I have, been slightly concerned about, because if it wouldn't improve, that's an area of a quarterback's game you need to have when you need to, push the ball down the field. And I want to show you here his throwing chart from NFL Next Gen Stats. You can see the green dots here are completions. The red dots are interceptions. The blue, little lines there are his touchdown passes. And as you can see, 10, 20, 30, 40 on the left and right side. 20 plus yards. He has, 1, 2, almost 3, 4, 5, 6 when you add the touchdown. So basically 5 or 6 passes over 20 yards, and some of them were very, very nice. One to Luke Musgrave late in the game, one to Dontavian Wicks, who got open, one to Jayden Reed, the beautiful touchdown pass in the first half. And that's one area where we just haven't really seen Love find success this season. And even if we look back to the first 2 weeks of the season, even though Jordan Love's stats were really, really nice, he wasn't really pushing the ball down the field, or at least finding completions down the field. He was pushing the ball down the field, but he was pretty inaccurate his first couple weeks as well. And so let me show you here his passing chart from the first week of the season, where he has 3 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. Only 1 completion over 20 yards. You can see 3 other passes that went incomplete. 1 for 4 there. Not too much. His 3 touchdowns, all under 20 yards. We look at week 2 here. He has basically 4 passes over 20 yards, no completions. Both of his touchdowns under 20 yards. Lots of short passes, but he was pretty efficient and still had 3 different touchdown passes. And that's really, when you look at this past game, that's where he took a huge step forward in my opinion. And up until this game, I had sort of become uncertain on Jordan Love and his future. I still think it's important, or I was still thinking it was important to give him time to develop, time to grow. You never really know when that switch is going to flip for a player, and I think we saw that this week for Jordan Love. And I think if you look going forward, if he can keep building on this performance, because really what I've wanted to see is just some kind of improvement in this Packers offense, in the young receiving core, in Jordan Love, and aspects of his game. And we saw this week that not only were his receivers getting open downfield, Jordan Love was consistently hitting his receivers open downfield, which is something that needed to happen if we want Jordan Love to be the quarterback of the future here in Green Bay. And so you hope to see this going forward. You hope to see this continue. And I think that when you look at these young receivers, Dontavian Wicks, Jayden Reed, if we can keep seeing them get it as open as they had it in this game, because it was a beautiful route by Jayden Reed for the touchdown, beautiful route by Dontavian Wicks for the 30 or something yard completion, 20 yards, something like that. And then the 28-yard catch by Luke Musgrave wide open. And that's something that has been lacking the entire season. And so to see Jordan Love and his receivers start to get on the same page, that's a sign in the right direction. A sign that maybe, okay, Jordan Love can be the quarterback of the future. And that's why I think it's important to continue to give him time and this entire young offense time to develop. And so that's sort of my biggest takeaway from the game going forward, that if Jordan Love can keep doing things like this and improve in his other areas, because sure, it wasn't perfect. He had a few bad passes. But all in all, I was pretty pleasantly surprised with this Packers offense. Their ability to move the ball consistently. Didn't really convert in the red zone, which is an area they need to improve. But I don't think you're going to fix everything in one game. And so it's nice to see one aspect of his game improve this week versus the Steelers. But that is it for this one. If you want more Packers content, feel free to subscribe down below.